Hi everyone, I'm Keandra Sanders, and today I'll be talking about information on language and literacy development. Reading requires the capacity for verbal communication. The make of language structure consists of 5 components, which is phonology, syntax, semantics, morphology, and pragmatics. Each of these elements is essential to the development of operation of language. Phonology Regarding phonology, it examines the basic way language combines their sounds, given the relationship between the vocal system and sound production. Phonetics and phonology are typically discussed together. Some examples of phonology is the S on the end of cats sound like an S, but the S on the end of hands and dogs sound like Z. Semantics is the system that controls how words are used, their meanings, and word combinations. The development of word meanings is also a part of semantics. Two concepts that are connected as well as world knowledge and word knowledge, which arguably mean two different things but are still joined at the hip. Semantics, for example, makes it possible for the person to understand the difference and similarities between the term male, boys, and gentlemen. To begin, morphology and syntax are the two interconnected study areas that make up grammar. Syntax is the study of how these words or phrases are put together into sentences. Syntax describes how sentences are put together and correspond of the grammatical rules. It instructs the user to combine and arrange words to create statements that are logical and meaningful. Grammar studies also include syntax. Reading and writing about syntax teaches readers and writers about sentence structures, word order, word meaning information, and punctuation, and the integration of different syntaxes. Morphology is concerned with how words are produced out of smaller elements known as morphemes. The study of these linguistics meaning elements and how they interact to form words is known as morphology. The study of morphology explores how different languages have influenced the structure of morphemes and the importance of morphemes for English reading, spelling, and vocabulary. The lowest linguistic units are morphemes. As an example, when teaching our children vocabulary, we might utilize prefix roots, suffix to help them develop the ability to carefully analyze the modified word structures connects to the original one. Pragmatics. The term pragmatics describes the way various linguistic forms are appropriated and used in the right kinds of social contexts. The subject of pragmatics research is nonverbal communication, or when two people agree to follow the set of social standards. A nonverbal cue or verbal cue can be pragmatic. For instance, in a classroom, pragmatics may just involve children moving over to sit next to another who is playing with cars in the block area. The other child hands the other child who came over a card because she assumes that he wants to play with her. I see this every day in the classroom. Now, to wonder how can the 5 components of linguistics be applied to literacy development, phonology is essential to language comprehension. Fluent intonation, precise pronunciation, and linguistics understand all contribute to the growth of readability. Reading proficiency is the main objective of education, but the capacity to read and communicate is crucial to human ability. The study of morphology discusses the significance of morphemes in English reading, spelling, and vocabulary, as well as how several languages have influenced the morpheme. Morphology involves reading and writing skills. Syntax skills are simply how words work together in sentences. For example, a teacher can clap out sentences with the children from a story that she has read. Teachers can build a language-rich environment to apply semantics in the classroom. Building language skills help children to become better readers. The main purpose of pragmatics is to improve language abilities. One way I build language abilities is teaching children how to greet a visitor or how to apologize to a friend. The importance of phonology, morphology, and syntax, semantics, and pragmatics for students with special needs and language deficiencies. I will be talking to you about how it is important to help these children with special needs develop these 5 components. The 5 language domain: phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, and pragmatics, as well as language spelling systems, orthography, can be all affected by written language disorders, just like they can be with spoken language disorders. Language awareness, comprehension, and production issues can be presented at the phonemic and syllabic word level sentences and discourse levels. According to Nelson, phonological processing issues are a basic deficiency in dyslexic. It is important for teachers to understand how to work with children with special needs. There are several ways to support language and literacy development, such as creating a language environment, acting out stories, reading aloud throughout the day, and games that includes letter recognition. The emphasis should be on code-based instruction, or instruction that helps children understand the relationship between spoken language and print, according to the National Early Literacy Panel, 2008. Thank you.